Hey Virgos, let's do a deep dive and find out what's going on with this person, what they're thinking and feeling, and what is the deal. So, if you guys are interested in gaining access to my extended readings, then just hit join and sign up for Virgo Bombshell membership, and this will gain you access to approximately 25 extended readings just for Virgos every single month. And if you want to sign up for a chance to win a free reading with me, just hit like and subscribe and comment down below, I am loved. So, universe, the person on my Virgo's mind romantically, how does this person feel towards Virgo? So they're checking you out online, they're stalking you online, trying to find out where things are at. I'd say that there's no communication between the two of you, and they're wondering what that means. Yeah, they're thinking of reaching out to you. Ooh. So with the Two of Cups in the reverse to the Five of Cups, they really are worried that things are over between the two of you. They could be in a grieving stage where they think that the only option they have left is to just, assume that it's over and accept it. Okay. 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 Interesting. Okay, so underneath the deck, this person has a strong desire for you. They want to come in and reach out to you, but they are confused. I feel like this Seven of Cups feels like somebody wondering how to approach you because they're really, really worried that you're like angry with them. They're just, whether or not that's true, they're assuming that it is, even if they don't have a lot of good reason to assume that it is based on, your actual feelings. But this person is just so tired of being in a mental prison about this situation that they want to get back into a place where they feel empowered. Like they're tired of just not knowing, They just, yeah, with the Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Eight of Swords in the reverse with the Magician, this is somebody who's like, even if they think that you do hate them, they're willing to take a chance just because they really want to know. They're tired of wondering, essentially. With the Moon to the Nine of Wands, they definitely feel protective of their emotions because they have deep emotions about this and about you. And they feel like a blow from you would hit them really hard. So with the King of Wands in the reverse, they want to take action. They're planning to take action, but there's hesitation, there's confusion. And maybe they're kind of like trying to externalize what they perceive to be like potential negativity on your part. Like if they assume that you are coming from a position where you would just like, be mad at them. They're like, it's almost like they're just living in their own head about this. Ooh. Yeah, basically they feel, it's like I feel like their usual tactics of trying to like tempt people by being so charming or being such a bad boy or something feels like it's not going to work, and they're feeling pretty insecure about that because I think that could be basically whatever it is that they fall back on in terms of charm. They feel like, oh, it's not going to work. Virgo's not going to fall for this. Nope. So let's get a few more cards here for the actual. So for the cross, for the subconscious, for the recent past, oopsies, for the current state of mind, for the future, For the environment, for the hopes and fears, yeah, pretty straightforward there. And then for the final outcome, let's get 2 cards. Okay. So at the core of the reading here, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse to the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is somebody who they're like, it feels like this energy of like, they want to reach out to you, but it almost feels like somebody trying to walk up to somebody, and then like when they see that person's reaction, just like immediately trying to play it off like they weren't trying to walk up to them. It's like they're so nervous about your potential reaction that they're like, it's actually kind of funny. Yeah, this person definitely, they have a strong desire for you, but they're worried about whether or not you desire them. Again, I feel like this person probably in the past has relied heavily upon their charm, because it, if this is the person that we've read a lot for, they haven't really had a lot of, like honorable behavior. So this is someone that I sense relies heavily upon charm, and they're worried that it's not going to work, but they really want to come out of this no contact with you. So they're like, it's this like, they're walking towards you up the street, and then the second that you see them, then they like read your reaction, and they're like, pretending like, oh, I didn't see you there, I wasn't here on purpose, no. Like, all right, so in the subconscious space is this Page of Wands in the reverse. I feel like they're very worried that any element of like initial attraction or chemistry, that kind of like initial infatuation is maybe kind of crushed or wasted. And again, I feel like this is somebody who has relied heavily upon that. And I feel like what it is that they have a fear of engaging with this authenticity, with this real love, real deal kind of energy, even though it's what they want. They feel inadequate. They feel scared to even attempt to have that with someone, even though I think it's what they really want. And I think they assume that that's what you want. They know that that's what you want, if that's your situation, if this is somebody that you still want to be with. But yeah, it's like, but they're nervous because usually what they fall back on is this like, oh, I'm so charming, I'm so sexy, I'm so whatever. And I think that they know that they can't do that, and yet they're scared to come in and be honest. So yeah, in the past, I feel like what happened is that because they maybe felt like they couldn't completely conquer you or be victorious in the situation, that they just walked away, and that there's been no communication. And yet I feel like with the Six of Wands in the reverse to the Taking the Power Back card in the reverse, this feels like an energy of somebody not being victorious in their attempt to move past you, in their attempt to move on, in their attempt to truly take the power from you and give it to themselves. We'll dig a little deeper into their true and actual motives, their deep motives. So yeah, with the World in the reverse, this person has not been able to get over you, but they also are just worried. They can't let go. They don't have peace in this situation. But I'm a little concerned because of a recent reading that we did that their motivation may be that they just want to come back and get that peace and feel like they conquered you. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can see it a little better. How's that? So yeah, with this energy of wanting to conquer you here, I'm a little concerned that could be their main motivator, is that they didn't conquer you in the past, and so they're just trying to come back so that they can do that. You know what I mean? So here in the near future, we have the Chariot in the reverse with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be about, so yeah, it's like, I feel like this person wants to come in, but then again, we have this distractions, options, always busy, wandering eye, and keeping you waiting. So I am concerned that if this person comes in and attempts to communicate with you, that in the near future after that they would move back into this, oh, I don't really know what I want, with the Chariot in the reverse. Here, I'm sorry, guys, I'm adjusting the camera again. this, I don't really know what I want, you know, because that's what the Chariot is. It's uncertainty, a lack of direction. And then this person is, oh, I don't know, I'm considering my options. I've got a wandering eye. They want to keep you waiting. And then with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it's, oh, I don't think I have the means to commit right now, or I don't even know if I want commitment. And then with the looking within, you know, they could be saying, oh yeah, I need time to think about what I really want. More nonsense, more time wasted, you know, on your behalf. So I feel like what this is saying is yeah, this is saying that you should, if this is your situation, if this whole thing resonates with you, you should stay single. You should keep your, I mean, I don't think you have to completely cut this person out. You know, you can talk to them if you want, but like, this is like a situation, you know, so if they're speaking to you, okay, but you know, as long as you're not letting them steal energy from you, you know, as long as it's not a situation where you're giving something and they're feeding off of you, you know, because I feel like what this is that this person, this particular person, you know, because, and I just want to clarify, you know, different readings can be for different people on the same channel. You know, one day there might be a reading that really resonates you and with you, and then the next day there could be one that's more for like somebody else watching the, you know what I mean? So just, if, you know, take this as it resonates, but because it is a general reading. But what I feel like this is saying is that this person wants to bring things back into this place of like being kind of sketchy, of like being unsure of you, of playing games, of weighing their options and just being sketchy. And this is you being like, no, I don't need anything from you. You know, I'm not going to let you do this to me again. So in the hopes and fears is this Three of Swords energy. This is somebody, you know, fearing being heartbroken, you know, or being put back in a third party situation. I feel like this is both sides of the issue. I feel like your person is worried about potentially, you know, feeling heartbroken, and yet this is also you being afraid of this person putting you back into a third party situation, and that this is the thing that is causing them to be nervous about potentially popping up at your house, giving you an unexpected visit. But yeah, the energy I'm picking up from this person feels like it's really, it feels like it's really motivated by like, so, and I just want to say too, for those of you who are dealing with a fire sign, this might resonate more. So if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, we have fire sign twice here. Also Cancer. We also have Gemini. Oh yeah, no, we have all three of the fire court cards. So strong fire. But yeah, I feel like this is the energy I'm kind of picking up from this reading, is that this person is they're more interested in coming back and proving that they have the power and taking more of your power away. You know, and my sense from the situation is that they've already taken enough of your power away by receiving your authentic, genuine love and rejecting it, or ghosting you, or leaving you, you know, out in the cold, leaving you guessing. Yeah, so I feel like with this Knight of Wands energy, this could just be you leaving this person to go on their merry way, and accepting who they are. I feel like this is what this could be. This could be you just accepting that this person is just this way. Yeah, because we have toxic love in the reverse, and then we have lessons learned. So this could be you being unwilling to engage in toxic love dynamics because you understand that this person is only interested in their own, in topping up their own pride, you know, by using you to do that. Because if this, you know, if this is somebody who's done that to you in the past, I'd say this is most likely to resonate with you. If this is somebody who has done this to you in the past and you're certain of it, and it's been a, you know, a constant, you know, recurring cycle, then, you know, I think your lesson could be disengaging from your own toxic love patterns, which could be enabling people like this to keep hurting you. Or it is also possible that this person could come in in the right way and take the proper action because, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a fire sign. It doesn't make you bad to be a fire sign. It just makes you, you know, passionate. But this person could come in and be like, I'm going to show you that I'm not toxic anymore and that I've learned my lesson. But one way or another, oh, sorry about that horn, guys. One way or another, it is for this person to prove that to you. I would say absolutely be cautious of this person. Universe, can we get a few cards on this person's genuine motivations towards Virgo? What are their true motives? What do they really want from Virgo? You know, I'm concerned that this person feels like you have been their most tough opponent in love. Oh my gosh, wow. This person wants to have family with you? Okay. And then cloudy judgment in the reverse. I feel like this person could potentially feel like the connection between the two of you helps them dispel cloudy judgment. They just want to come out of this place of being influenced by other people, not really knowing which direction they should go. I feel like it's possible too that this is a spiritual connection, and that the two of you, when you come together, it dispels illusions, you know, and that this person just feels a strong clarity when they're with you. But again, you know, just to remember, this could be somebody wanting to have a real family with you, but there can also be toxic motivations when it comes to the desire to get women pregnant. You know, if you are a woman and this is a man wanting to get you pregnant, you know, that's one of the ways that you can conquer somebody, you know, like, because again, like I was saying before, I feel like this person feels like you have been their toughest opponent in love, because you saw all their nonsense coming and you like put up barriers to it or even fought back. And so this person is like, well, man, I want to be 10 for 10. I want to feel like I conquered everybody. You know what I mean? That's a possibility here. And, you know, if you're too smart, if you're at the point where this person can't manipulate you financially, they can't manipulate you emotionally, then, you know, because you're independent, you have what you need, and you were smart enough to protect yourself from, you know, emotionally from being manipulated from them. Well, what's the one thing that's going to really break your guard down? Getting you pregnant. You know, a woman is no more vulnerable than when she is pregnant. And she is no more in need of the support of someone than when she's pregnant. She's no more in need of, like, you know, devotion from a man than when she's pregnant. And so it could be a ploy, you know, that just want to put this out there. It could, I mean, I don't want to be a negative Nelly. It could be positive. This person could want a family with you, and it could be sincere. But it's also a possibility that they could want to trap you. Excuse me, I have to, excuse me. Anyway, on that light note, can we get a couple more cards for my Virgo's person and their genuine motives towards Virgo? Genuine motives towards Virgo. Yeah, so again, this person still deals with influences, attachments, and third parties. So, but again, I'm seeing this person in the image, because see, it's like a silhouette of a face here. I almost feel like this person wants to there's a potential for this person wanting to mess you up. They want to turn you into this person who has all the bats in their head. It's almost, this doesn't necessarily have to be the truth for every single one of you, but for some of you, this is the message, that they want to take away your power. They want to cloud your judgment, and make you somebody that they can conquer, so that they can take what they want and leave. Because, you know, Virgos can be very, very intelligent. Virgos can be very, very, you know, we're cerebral. We're ruled by the messenger of the gods, by Mercury. And especially dependent on the placement of your Mercury, Virgos can be highly, highly intelligent. And they can have a very keen intuition about the boundaries between themselves and other people, and other people's, you know, influences. And so when you go into love, having a very strong sense of reality and of who you are, and what you know, and what versus what other people are influencing you to feel about yourself, it's hard for people to conquer you in love. And I feel like this person maybe came in to try and conquer you in love and they didn't. And they're resentful of that. And it's like they're playing sometimes players, which, you know, we do have the King of Wands in the reverse. Sometimes players will play the long game. You know, and I mean, sometimes players will even marry you just if they, you know, so that they can eventually play you. Because it's not like when you marry somebody, you stop being in a position to harm them. In fact, when you marry somebody, you can be in an even better position to break their heart and destroy them and take their power away, because that person has actually tried to trust you and rely upon you and build a life with you, even a family. But so what I feel like this person wants to do is they want to put you down. They want to put the bats inside your head and make you lose control, because they don't like that you made them feel that way, that you basically were able to successfully block their attempts. Again, I don't think that's for every single buddy, every single person in watching this, but I think that there's definitely someone who this resonates with, because I'm seeing the look on this woman's face, and she looks down, she looks, you know, downtrodden, and she looks like she's been broken. And that's essentially what enables a person to steal your energy, is to break you. When they break you, you crack open, and then all the juice comes out. And that's what this person wants to do. So I would be careful. For those of you with whom that resonates, I think that this person could be pretty shifty. So let's get some advice cards for you guys from this one. I'm seeing this on the bottom of the deck. The first thing, because it's a Virgo card here, but it says it's time to give rather than take, and it's in the reverse. And I feel like this is saying one way that you will be safeguarded is to be thinking of yourself. Do not be selfless when it comes to this person. Allow yourself to be selfish, you know, not a jerk, but to don't negate yourself. Don't sacrifice for this person. I get the feeling that you have already. But basically, do not think selflessly about when it comes to this person. Do not sacrifice for them. Don't negate yourself. Don't put yourself second. Don't do any of that stuff for this person. Universe, what advice do you have for my Virgos in this situation? So this is going to reach resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So I feel like this is saying too, is that you're going to, if you've been hung up on this person because maybe they ghosted you, you know, and you didn't get clarity, it's going to be resolved very soon. It's going to be emotionally resolved very soon. Yeah, and just take time to breathe out. Take time to meditate. This is what's going to keep you strong. This is what's going to keep you in a place where you can discern, is stillness, silence, and making sure you have some time in solitude to just find peace. You know, don't be alone all the time. That's actually can weaken you. But, you know, spend some time in solitude and take time to do breathing exercises. All right, is there anything else? A fiery climax approaches. So, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like this is saying that if you don't want to deal with something like that, you can just like block this person out. But I feel like what this is also saying is that this person could try to use their fieriness to sort of, you know, throw you off your guard, to try to disarm you. Don't let them do that. You know, it's like when things go into the emotional place or into the passionate place, it disarms your intelligence. It disarms your intellect. And with this person, I think you need to be careful. It's not wrong to drop your guard. It's not wrong to love and be soft and all those things. But with this person, you need to be careful. All right, Virgos, I hope that this has helped you, and I will speak to you very soon.